What's up, Crusader Nation? This is Chris Ritchie with the Seder Spice Challenge, where you have hot food and even hotter questions. Today I'm joined by Mr. Quinn Cloghessy, history teacher and boys soccer coach here at Scecina. Welcome to the show, Mr. Cloghessy. How are you with spicy food?
I like it right now. We'll see what happens after all this. So.
That's totally fair.
Yeah.
Well, we're grateful you joined us today. Thank you so much. Why don't we just dive right into the first one?
Let's do it.
This is our Hot Ones Classic Chili Maple. Oh, there's no Hot One. Thanks for this. I love it.
That's good. That's
It's
good
spectacular.
sauce. Yeah,
It's the
I like
best
that
one.
a lot.
It's really good. From what I hear, you're somewhat a connoisseur of beef jerky. Is that a fact?
Yeah.
What do you think is the most overrated brand of jerky, and where would you have a starting point for people who are trying to get into the beef jerky scene?
I drive a lot for soccer, just coaching wise. So I wanted like a snack that seemed, just easy, not too messy. But Jack Link's and Oberto, they're overpriced, I think. But if you go to like a Flying J, get like a truck stop sort of thing. They're these little like beef jerky sausages. They're smoked sausages. They're called Old Fashions. It's a blue bag. They're German. They got a German name for them, but I can't get enough of them. I will drive out of my way to get gas to go to a Flying J.
Just so I
can get these beef jerky sausages.
It must be pretty good then.
I don't know if they're good, but when you're driving for a while, it's just kind of like when you're just eating it, and
it's sustenance.
Yeah, it is. It is. So,
it is
and then
food.
I tell myself it's a Zol protein, so I feel good.
Yeah.
So yeah. Go from there.
Fantastic. Let's move on to our second wing. Double Loco Island Wings Pineapple Cayenne Pepper Hot Sauce.
I like anything that has island in the name.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good hot sauce.
I just love pineapple on my wings.
Well, how about pineapple on your pizza?
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I don't have an issue with it. I have a lot of family that really likes it, so I had to grow up to enjoy it. Otherwise, I wasn't going to eat pizza. And there's no world where I'm not going to eat pizza.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So those of you who know you know that you are a dog dad through and through. Do you have any tips for training your dog to be the best drinking partner in the Midwest?
I do love dogs. But I grew up with Belgian Malinois, which are trained to be police dogs. So my dad knew from the get-go, they're working dogs, so they have to be trained. And there's always this saying there's no bad dog, there's bad trainers. So if you have a dog like that, it can't just be a lap dog and things like that. It can be taught, but it's got to learn basic commands and things like that. So we took my dog, and I read this thing. I follow a lot of dog pages on Instagram. If you go home, first 10 minutes, just be calm with your dog, and the dog learns that behavior just to see okay, we don't always have to be up and going. We can be like this. There's times I'll come home from work early before my wife gets there, and we exchange pleasantries. I pet him, he's pumped to see me, and then we just kind of sit in the couch and relax. So I guess I didn't believe it at first, but yeah, just a couple of days a week, take 10 minutes of just don't even acknowledge them, don't say anything, and they learn. So
fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, on to our next wing. Burns and McCoy Mescaline.
I like that one. Slow burn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So your success on the soccer field is well known, and we know that you won the 2018 2A state championship back when you were with Bishop Knoll, and your love of soccer expands into the professional world with your favorite team, Newcastle United. Mm-hmm. If you could transfer one player from Newcastle to play at Scecina next year, Who would you choose?
If we're going by sheer stats, their striker Alexander Isak. He's Swedish. They bought him in the summer, and I mean he's just fantastic. His job is to score goals, and he scores goals. So if Mr. Hegarty can somehow bring him over, and
and we can figure out a way that his birth certificate fits in this range,
some like bench warmers thing where it's I am 18.
Exactly.
We'll go from there. From sheer fan, he doesn't play much, but my favorite player is this guy by the name of Paul Dummett. He was born and raised in Newcastle. He's a fan favorite. And he just works hard. Like he's not flashy. He's not the fastest, but like he plays. He's a defender. He tackles hard. And like unfortunately, he has a really bad injury record. But like he's a team player. He keeps morale up. So you can't. That's priceless in a locker room. It's just somebody who keeps morale up and things like that. So either of those two would be ideal to the Crusaders.
Probably either way, you're gonna go pretty far in the championship.
Yeah, if we had either.
Almost 30-year-old.
Yeah, exactly.
Playing high school
kids
soccer.
half their age.
Yeah. All right, moving on to our next one. My favorite, Queen Majesty Scotch bonnet and ginger hot sauce.
Does Scotland have any ties to this, or is it just?
So Scotch bonnets actually originate in Scotland, from what I understand. I could be totally wrong. Like, look it up, kids. Use Google. It exists for a reason. Like, what do you want from me? Not the dictionary.
I like that one too. Yeah.
This one just feels like home to me because I use it all the time. So every time I get to this one, I'm just like, I'm still safe. I'm okay.
Yeah.
It's no secret that Ted Lasso has a big influence on your coaching style and your personal life, and that you're a believer in the Lasso way. If you were casting a reboot of Ted Lasso, which Scecina teachers would you choose to play characters from the show? This is a tough one.
Teacher-wise, I'd have to do with Mr. Flaherty as Coach Beard. I think it just
that fits.
And I know Flaherty knows his soccer, so it'd be a good, Who would be my Nate though? Someone who betrays me.
Yeah.
Probably Spannon.
That makes sense.
He just fits the part.
Of the most.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. It's the writing's on the wall. So, but
who's the Rebecca? Who owns the club here?
Rossworm.
Of course.
Right. She brought me in. I think so. Yeah, she brought me in to just kind of unearth Scecina from the inside, and then realized, I know what I'm doing, and then go from there. So, yeah.
Spectacular.
Yeah.
All right, great answer. Let's move on to the next question. And the next wing is a Sauce Leopard 7th Reaper hot sauce.
7th Reaper.
This is the first one with Carolina Reaper.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's fine, right?
Yeah.
Nothing crazy about that one. So you seem to take pride in your well-grown facial hair. What is the one thing that would make you shave your beard at this point in your life?
Oh, man. I mean, I would, if we win state with Scecina, I'd shave my head. So,
Heard it here first.
Clip that, chat.
We win state. There it goes. He didn't say what sport either.
No. If the boys soccer team wins state, I'll shave.
Shave your beard.
Yeah.
Okay. You heard it here first, folks. Yeah. Fantastic.
So
Ready for the next
I'd
one?
look like I'm 7, but
that's kind of how I ended up with this thing.
right, out of necessity.
I was so lucky during COVID. We had masks, and I got through the patchy phase while we had masks on, so I didn't have to deal with the endless taunting from students. I still have to deal with it, but just not for my beard.
I got a lot of abuse from my parents.
Just in general, or for the beard?
For the beard.
Oh, okay.
Out of context, that sounds really bad. But like my dad is a, business, clean-shaven guy. And like when I would try to grow a beard, when I would get some confidence, like, that doesn't look bad, he would always go, what is that? Just shake it. And so then I had to like move out of my parents' house, and I was like, here I am. I'm on my own. I don't have to impress anybody. And it just kind of, that's how I grew through the patchy stage. It goes from there.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Let's move on to the next one. Onto our sixth wing. Bravado Spice Company, ghost pepper and blueberry sauce.
I think it's my favorite colored wing.
Oh, it just looks awesome.
It does.
Like,
So.
I'm gonna grab this tape because then I need the whole thing. Scecina gave this one a bad rap when he did it. It's delicious.
You know, you gotta let the sauces like work for you.
Mm-hmm.
I think the sweet always cuts out some sort of heat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a burn, but that's
Sure.
expected.
Sure.
But I definitely think the sweetness of the blueberry is
It's spectacular.
Yeah.
So I hear that you are an expert on bad dad jokes. What's your go-to dad joke for when things are getting too dull?
Wow. Might have to tell two. See?
Okay.
The first one, this is one of my favorites. It's a good party joke. Okay. What did the cannibal do after he dumped his girlfriend? Wipe his butt.
That makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's always a fun one. And then one I told Mr. Potts, who he, minimal reaction, but I could tell he liked this one. I told him, what happens when a priest goes to the wrong church? Mass confusion. So, I know. I'm not proud of it, but.
My go-to one is, why don't seagulls fly over the bay? Because then they'd be bagels.
Yeah.
Of course.
What do you call a man with no arms and no legs in the ocean? Bob. So,
You got them for days,
Yeah, I
I'm
did.
sure.
I did. But it's like it's when you say like what's your go-to one, like the computer in my brain like shuts down. Like, what did he say? And then I have to like go into reserves of like what have I said before to like.
Right.
And then I'll be in bed. And I'll be like, that's the one I should have told. So.
Well, we could probably tell dad jokes back and forth all day. But let's move on to the next wing for
Perfect.
now. Number 7, the Patilla Fire Hot Sauce.
Earthy.
Mm-hmm.
Smoky. Okay.
I love this one. And it's warm.
Yeah,
But
it's warm.
just so flavorful. Like,
Yeah.
you kind of get to ignore it. So, in all of your many successful years of coaching, what is your favorite memory from all time coaching sports?
There's so, I always preface this when it comes to coach. Like,
Ding. We're done.
That's it.
That was the timer.
All right. No, like I love coaching, but I'm able to coach because I love to teach, and I can't credit my success coaching without crediting like how much I enjoy teaching and the people who have mentored me and things like that. But when we won state in 2018, the assistant coach on that was my dad.
Oh, wow.
It was both of our alma mater, and for us to do it together, it's always going to be something special. And like, I know that could be a cliche answer, but those are moments like that I wouldn't trade for the world. But I've had so many other, like, there are so many like different like smaller memories. When I was coaching at a school with 6 kids, and we raised it up to 16 kids, and not the best team, but grew as like players and things like that. So it's a rewarding part of my life, and I'm glad it's still going, and I hope it goes for years to come.
That's amazing. Fantastic.
Yeah.
On to our next swing.
This is the bad one.
This is the one where people usually get mad at me, and I have to watch for fists.
Fists.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For tiny bites. Go for tiny bites.
Tiny bites. I'm not even gonna. I'm just gonna dive in.
That's the way to do it.
It greets you.
Mm-hmm. Not in a healthy or happy way either.
Nope. Ooh. There it is.
Mm-hmm. That's the one. This one I feel in my eyes. Like it travels up into my head and like hides behind my eyes. But I think I've run out of tears at this point.
I can only.
So.
That's how the body works. Yeah. Okay.
Does milk help?
Yeah. I love milk. I don't know why we've gone away from milk
As a society.
And I don't know if it's because, I was born and raised in Indiana and my mom's family's from Wisconsin and I'm biased. But once oat milk and almond milk started getting into the equation, Earth took a turn for the worse.
We as a society just have never recovered.
Yeah. Ooh, this is coming back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one sneaks up on you. It's not nice. It's not a friend. Well, it's well known that you love a good cup of coffee and that you, in your free time, will go around and rank different coffee shops with your wife. What is your go-to coffee place in Indianapolis that you found?
It's right by my house, Rabble Coffee. 10th Street, right across the street from the Burger King. They're a great group, shop local, good guys. They give a lot back to the community. They're proud of where they're at and things like that. So Rabble Coffee is my go-to. There's another one close, right off of Brookside, right by Brookside Park, called Amelia's. They have a nitro cold brew.
Nice.
So if I'm feeling fancy, that's where I go.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Get through the pain.
Yeah, just.
Our ninth one, Taco Vibes Only from Butterfly Bakery in Vermont.
A bakery?
A bakery. Clear out the tears one more time before I bite in.
Yeah, I was feeling a little congested today. That's gone now.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
That's a fun one.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's good vibes.
Taco Vibes.
Only.
So we're currently living through a time where misinformation is around every corner and there are conspiracy theories popping up about everything nowadays. As a history teacher, do you think there are any historical conspiracy theories that have merit that you're like, we should be paying more attention to this or looking into it more?
Do we have 10 more wings? Because I could do, I'm not a big tin foil hat kind of guy. But I don't think you need to be if you just kind of read for yourself and realize like facts. But the JFK one's a big one. My favorite is the death of Hitler. I think there's a lot of things that aren't adding up there. So, like for example, the skull they found was a woman's skull. So, like, I teach my U.S. history class that. It's a test question, which is where he fled to, which is allegedly Argentina. So.
Well, fantastic. And we are on to our final wing. Now, it's not really tradition around here, but you specifically requested that we add a little extra to this last one.
I'm a fan of the show.
So this is the last dab Apollo. We're going to add a little extra to our wings to make it extra painful.
Oh, okay. Do you like your wings more well done or?
This is a good consistency. They're not too done. Like, they're not burning.
I don't like them burnt, but
yeah.
I ask wings a lot, like, well done. A little bit crisp, like a crunch.
I get that.
So, all right, cheers. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it comes for you.
Yeah. Apollo's the sun god.
Mm-hmm. And it tastes like the sun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And our final wing is down with the heat coursing through your veins. How are you feeling? You feeling good? Feeling great?
I'm proud of myself. I did a lot better than I thought I was going to.
You did fantastic.
So.
And we've got cameras available for you. Do you have a message for the people and for the students here at Scecina Memorial High School?
Yeah. I think a lot of teachers can feel there's a lot of time. It's hard as an educator to find a school that feels like home. And I'm so thankful that a school like Scecina has accepted me with open arms. I love it here. I see myself here for a while. And I just can't thank the faculty, the administration, and the students enough for just being who they are and being Scecina. So.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Cloghessy, for being here, joining us on the Seder Spice Challenge, and being the amazing person you are. Thank you much.
Oh.